This is cocoa, not tea, so I'm not spilling it. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and let's have a talk about it, shall we? Um, all of the religious people. I mean, if you go to a church, synagogue, mosque, temple, any big gathering to, worship your God, all of y'all gather around. Okay. So before the year was up, we are now in another year. When you see this, when I'm recording this, also, we're in now in another year. But before the year was up, I saw an interesting article. Now, those of you who do not belong to the church, welcome. I am Outspoken Diva. I consider myself a church going ish person. I mostly stream, but I do go inside the building a few times a year to a local church. My local church is in Ellison. And yeah, I've subscribed, not subscribed, I believe in the Christian way of worshiping God. So, but I mean, I don't bash anyone. Whatever makes you a good person, a good, decent human being, human being and citizen of the world, that is how you worship how you want to worship, okay? Well, this article came about. A Catholic church attendance was dropping, and they might have to close their doors. And it got me to thinking. I was like reading this, and I was like, "Here we go again." Now, the church people will tell you that I have been warning them about some things. Well, I'm no longer going to warn. I'm just to get to some crux of things and advise some things now. Okay? Now, as any good Christian person, I mean, good Christian black church person, I'm going to say I'm not going to be before you long. Okay? I'm not going to be long winded with it. Okay? But I am going to talk about it. Okay. The article I read, I'll put it down below in the description box. Okay? But in according to the statistics, in 1940, oh hold on, put my glasses on here. I don't know why I'm. In 1940, 80% of Americans belonged to a church, synagogue, mosque, or temple. Today, 45% say the same, with 32 saying that they worship God in a house of prayer once a week. Okay. First of all, I think it's quite weird that y'all go to they went to the 40s. This is a news article, ABC news article. They went to the 40s. What happened in between the 40s and 2024 to and 2025? Was it dwindling the whole time and no one talked about it, or did no one pay attention until after the pandemic and we were all home and then we came back, or we didn't come back? I remember after that, those who the church people can tell you that watch my content can tell you that then there was this thing that everybody, people wanted to talk about, was the millennials are no longer. I'm not a millennial. I'm in the latter part of the Generation X. I just saw an article about, not an article, a video about middle-aged people. I am of that generation. I don't know why I'm middle-aged all of a sudden. They've rewritten the roles, the ages, or the generations, or whatever they call it. And only 12% of them go to a church, and they spouted off the reasons. I'll leave that video link also in the description box. But okay, these are news things. Okay, then all of a sudden the church was talking about what is church hurt. I know I heard Foundation Church. If you don't know if that's the church I grew up in, Foundation Church. That's not his name. It's just what I call it for this channel. Uh, Foundation Church's pastor was talking about it. My current pastor started speaking that, and then he's changed his tone. A lot of people have changed their tone. So you had the whole church hurt discussions for the past couple of years. What is that? And if the church hurt you, you go to other places, but they hurt you too, and all that kind of stuff. Well, and I don't know about the other religious houses of prayer. I don't know if y'all have these discussions. If you do, uh, I think we need to. I think you guys, those of you um, in leadership, or those of you who are having these discussions, think we need to turn the discussion around a little bit. And I'm gonna give some advice. One, these are to my leaders, especially, or people who keep wondering why the attendance is dwindling. To truly have true discussions, not because you're trying to sway someone's decision to leave or for them to come back, not because you want to gossip about it, but if you truly care on why someone has left your numbers, they no longer attend your house of prayer. I like that, house of prayer, house of worship, house of prayer. Uh, Ask them. When have you ever asked them? Truly asked them. Like I said, okay. And I know there is one pastor, as inappropriate as it was. I was doing when we were still um, in the pandemic. This might have been 2021. A guy, he was younger than me. He was still a young man. Passed away of a concussion from a car accident. And his uncle, who was a pastor, I didn't know the uncle. I know he's the uncle. I don't really know him, but he was very, as inappropriate as he was for a funeral. He did make a point, and he did something because at that time the topic was millennials were not coming to church, you know, and he wanted to know, and he asked his millennial nieces and nephews, and he brought this up at a funeral. Now he should not have done that, but I do like his style. Ask, I mean, and truly want to know about why someone left your flock, left your house of worship. Okay, I mean, truly want to know, you know. Okay, turn that conversation around, make it personal. Next part. Have y'all noticed the street teams, um, the evangelism? I don't know what they have in other religions, but I know in Christianity, evangelistic teams, they go door to door. What happened to those? Even Jehovah Witnesses, I don't see them coming door to door. Because of the pandemic, did things change? And even if you are not going door to door, what are you doing to bring people back to your houses of worship? You know, what are you making yourself be attractive? Okay? I mean, and in any of this, are you being loving? Are you giving a darn? Are you giving a care? I'm just gonna be straight up honest. Or do you just asking, are you asking for the numbers? Are you asking because of the money? Or are you asking because you really care about people? Okay? Again, I think we need to turn, instead of having these where is everybody discussions. And the sad part about it is I'm putting this out here, and it'll probably go up the day before first Sunday. And first Sunday is gonna be a lot of people joining the churches in the Christian churches, or if you're Seventh-day Adventist, Saturday. But I don't know about the other religions; they might join also. And you're gonna have these sermons, about don't be a stranger. You come on in here and you find you a place to work and all this kind of stuff. Don't become a CNE, uh, CME Christian, and now that's Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. If y'all don't know what that means, uh, Christian, all that kind of stuff. Uh, but do you think that's actually a loving thing to do? You know, people that are coming back to your houses of worship and houses of prayer. And don't be so intrusive. Don't be, well, where you been and all this kind of stuff. Just let it be. People are leaving your churches and leaving your houses of prayer. Maybe some of them are not comfortable. We can say that some things are divisive about the religious houses of worship because of a numerous of topics like LGBT uh, issues, um, gender issues, all kinds of things. Okay, but until you make them personal and until you make it loving, the numbers are going to keep going down. I hate to tell y'all that. Okay. Also, mm, how I'm gonna say this. Y'all know y'all have technology, right? Are you even wanting to know, are they still even being fed by the technology? Or do you need to have warm bodies in a seat? I saw my own pastor struggle, but he made it. He told us, I just remembered you guys were, imagined you guys were in the building when it was during the pandemic and only him and very few people could be in the building. I know that was a struggle, but, technology is here and you never know why someone is only streaming uh, your services, you know? Uh, I know my own local, the church I go to now, I currently go to, uh, they call it the E Church. And they were finding out, there was some E Church members showing up. And they were like, hey, and they had to rephrase some things because they were finding out why people local were not coming to church. I have my reasons on why I'm not at my local church every Sunday. You never know why, So, you know, always get to the crux of the matter, and make it personal and make it loving, okay? All right, I'm beating the dead horse, beating the dead horse over and over. So, but yeah, let's just start considering that, okay, church? Get right, church, and let's go home, okay? All right, I don't want to keep talking about this, okay? Like I said, y'all got all these news articles, and don't stand up in your before your congregations and your body, the people that'll be there, your audiences, and be like, well, where is everybody? And don't be church hurt and all this kind of stuff. And don't be, where is everybody? Where are the people? Where the people are, where everybody at? Don't do that, okay? Preach to those who are there. Be welcoming to those who want to come. And then find out why someone does not want to be there, okay? And be loving and, you know, not gossipy and not trying to change their mind on when you find out, when you want to have these real conversations, okay? All right. I'm gonna stop yammering about this. And yeah, let me know down below, what would you advise houses of prayer, houses of worship, on how they could not drive people away from their places. And yeah, leave them down below in the comment section, down on this video or on the social media site that you see this on, or shoot me an email at the email address that's in the description box. Okay. Other than that, y'all, God is love. Okay, And yeah. And other than that, talking to you in adult terms.